And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Giangelo's here in Boardman. It is the South Range Raider Show once again, week 9. Hard to believe we've gone all this time right here at Giangelo's. But once again, the Raiders are on fire, and we've got some volleyball action that we're going to talk about tonight. Leading us off with a player profile is freshman Anna Toy, ladies and gentlemen. What a reception. What a reception. All right, so we already talked when I say freshman, there's a lot of people that go, oh, boy, freshman. You are not the ordinary freshman, young lady. Talk to us about kind of your journey into the sport of volleyball, why it's been so important to you, and why it's been so fulfilling right here with the South Range Raider team.
I started when I was in, 6th grade. I immediately became, attached to it. It was definitely my thing, and I kind of realized that early, so I definitely think –
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you recognize that you're good at something or you're excelling at something, you latch on to it. But how did that journey begin? Obviously, the journey to 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So when you're looking at starting you said you played basketball before. Obviously, as a toy, you played a lot of sports growing up in your family. So when you look at volleyball, how did it start for you? And were you immediately attracted to it, or was it something you had to work on?
I definitely was immediately attracted to it. I went to some camps for travel, and I just knew right then. I was like, this is going to be a big thing for me.
Okay, so when did you get good? When did you you go back after practice and you're thinking, you're breaking things down from that practice or that game, and you said, wow, I think I can do this? When was that moment for you?
I'd have to say either at the end of 6th grade in travel or the end of the season for school in 7th grade. I definitely realized this is again definitely my thing, and I'm definitely gonna do this for a long time. So
when and it's JO, right? So you're playing JO, and you start recognizing, okay, there's a different skill set that I need to have here. And obviously in volleyball, you have to be good at a lot of things. You can't just really specialize because you're always all over the floor. When you're doing that, how do you recognize what your specialties are? Is it just or does a coach come up to you and say, hey, we really want you to be a hitter. We really want you to be a setter. How does that kind of materialize?
Well, I mostly am known as the hitter because obviously of my height and that's just what I started as and kind of just kept on going. But yeah, I try and be a well-around player.
Yeah.
So I work on everything at practices, at home, just anytime I can get a chance to touch a volleyball, I'm working on it.
I love that. And obviously, we'll get to your family here in a little bit. Coming from a very competitive family sets you up for kind of an atmosphere here at South Range that is very competitive. There's a lot of expectations when you take that floor, when you wear that burgundy and gold. When you pulled that jersey down for the first time and you got that South Range just emblazoned on that uniform, what does it mean to you? And how did you recognize that you were going to be a big part of this team's success and foundationally moving forward?
When I first put that jersey on and when I put it on now, it's the same thing. I'm playing as a team, playing for my teammates, the seniors, just as one big family. It's just a privilege to put that burgundy and gold on.
I mean, you look over there, you've got a lot of players that are supporting you. They're all here to see you. What does it mean to be, because there's a lot of times you go to a different school and they say, no, I'm not going to play with a freshman, or there's pushback. But it seems like everybody's embraced you and everybody embraces everybody on this team as long as they can kind of put their hand in the pile. What does that mean to you?
It definitely is welcoming, and they make me feel welcomed and warm, and they've just done that since as soon as our first practice in the summer until now. They're just continually you got this, and we're a good team together.
Who are some of the upperclassmen that really wrapped their arms around you and said, hey, welcome to the club, and we're going to take care of you, just keep doing your thing?
Definitely the Melly sisters, Julianne, Olivia. They've been there since summer. We hang out after school, after practices, before games, and they first came to me and I was like, okay, we'll be friends, I guess.
Have you had moments as a freshman where you've had to lead by example, and what were those moments?
Can you reword that?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's moments on the court, off the court that you have to lead.
Mhm.
Every player has their leadership qualities. What are yours?
I think I have a loud voice, and I think sometimes I take advantage of that. So I definitely think, especially during that past Boardman game, I think I really stepped up. And I think my loud voice really lifted up the team a little bit.
What were some of the moments this year that you've seen the most growth in yourself, whether on the court or off the court?
I'd have to say the Hubbard game, like the first time we played Hubbard. You know, we started off a little bit slow, but then I started being smarter on the court. I was looking at the court more so I could see which like spots were open. I definitely think that was like where I was like starting to actually like be playing smart.
Did the game slow down for you? And they always talk about in football and in baseball and all these other sports that at some point the game kind of slows down for you, and then you can kind of react faster and do what you're setting out to do. Did you have that happen to you yet? Like where the game just kind of slows down, you can see with a little bit more clarity?
Yeah, definitely during this past game at Struthers, I think we started high and then I kind of went on off the ledge a little bit, but then I was like, okay, I need to play now. I need to like give it my all. So I definitely started like picking the pace up, you know, giving it everything on
it. Yeah. The leadership that you have this year, of course, Coach Irons and the coaching staff that you have, from your standpoint, what have you been able to take away and pick out and kind of put in your pocket and say, I'm going to be able to be better because of something X, Y, or Z that they taught me?
Yeah. So definitely Coach K, she's been like, you need to be low. So I've definitely taken away like, okay, I need to like make sure I'm low in the game, make sure I'm low in practice, always ready on my feet, ready to move. And Maddie Dato, actually, she's like always yelling at me, telling me to talk more. You know, we talk to each other when we're on the court. And I think she's like definitely helping me with my communication on the court.
What has been one of the biggest challenges you faced jumping from 8th grade to middle school to your freshman year and playing varsity?
Obviously, a big one would be like getting to know the older girls. I was always like intimidated by them because they're older girls, they're upperclassmen. I'm a freshman. Like, I didn't know what to expect, but they've been like really good friends to me. So I'm glad.
You shouldn't be intimidated at all because you come from the Toy family. Your dad's a coach on the football team. Your brother's a starting quarterback. I mean, you've got family everywhere with a name that is recognized burgundy and gold forever. Literally, it's on the front gate of Raider Stadium. So when you think about what that name means to you and how you want to represent it, what comes to mind for you?
Obviously, when I hear Toy, I think of sports, for sure. Definitely think of competitiveness, determination, confidence, just like awesomeness, kind of.
I can believe that. I'm all for it. When your brother comes home, there's a big game, obviously, and they get a win, right? Doing a lot of that lately. What competitiveness, and we heard from Tristan last week, what competitiveness is there with you and your brother from that standpoint?
Yeah, he humbles me a lot. That's okay. I try and humble him too, but he always just has to say something back, but so do I, so it's okay. We kind of have a friendly competitiveness.
He said you had to clean things up last week. What do you have to clean up?
I don't really know. He'll probably get after me that tonight, so sorry, Tristan.
Who is the most competitive out of your family?
Oh gosh. Probably Tristan. He's very aggressive and he just has to be better than everyone else.
What's one thing that you're better at other than volleyball than Tristan? It could be Candyland. I don't care. Just something that you know you're better than, you can own him.
There's a lot of things.
Oh, okay. He's not happy right now. That headband is going to be upside down.
Definitely not waking up in the mornings. He's got me on that. I don't know. Probably.
Your mom's shouting something out.
Yes. I'd say I get my work done faster. He's a procrastinator.
Okay.
So.
He's a procrastinator.
Yes.
Okay. Athletically wise, one-on-one basketball. Who could do it?
Definitely him. I'm giving that all day. I don't even want to try. I'll just give him the medal then.
Who's got the better grades?
Neither. Is that an option?
No, that's not. You both have great grades.
Yeah,
we'll go that route. I saw that you got family in from what, North Dakota?
Yeah, North Dakota.
Talk to me about that. To have that family come in and celebrate what really this whole community is, which is one big family. What does that mean to you?
It's like comforting, like to know that like not just like my family, but like just the whole community is like welcoming to each other. We all know each other since like we were kids.
Yeah.
But knowing that like my sister and her little daughter Loie came in, it's just
she's
like
adorable.
Yeah, she's something. She's a little wild thing. But knowing that they came in to see like me and my brother and just come home, visit, is like definitely comforting and it's nice and warm.
Do you ever get nervous for your brother or for your dad on Friday nights?
Yes.
Do you
all
really?
The time. Yeah. Not really my dad though. He's fine. But Tristan, sometimes I do. Wait, what happened?
What?
Wait, I'm sorry.
No, when from a standpoint of like, do you get nervous for Tristan on Fridays?
Oh, yes. I'm always biting my nails, and
Okay.
especially on Friday nights in student sections, I'm just like, I pray that he gets his pass. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt. No, it's a lot. I definitely shouldn't think about it that much, but I do. So
No, that's good. All right. And I know you're just a freshman. What do you want to do with your career? You know, from athletic, just a regular career. What do you want to do when you graduate? I know it's a lot to think about, a long way away.
Yeah. I definitely think about playing collegiately for volleyball because I love it so much. I don't want to stop because I really enjoy it, and I think playing at a collegiate level would just be like awesome. Like you watch it on TV, like wow, that could be me one day. So
it will be you one day. It's not can be. It will be. All right. So talk to me about mom and dad and what they mean to you in your life.
Yeah. My mom, I'm kind of hard on her, so I'm sorry, Mom. But she's always there for me. Even when I'm giving her some attitude sometimes, she just continues to love me and just there for me after my games. And my dad, he's something. He's telling me what I'm doing wrong, what I need to work on, but I like that more than if he were like just saying, "Oh, good game, you'll get it next time." Like I want to like know, and he's really good at that. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Anna, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Anna Toy. We'll be back with more right here on the YSN South Range Raiders show on the network.
Hi, this is Zell Bush.
Hi, this is Tom Flynn.
Hi, this is Steve Versetto.
Hi, this is Ryan Miller.
Hi, this is Rich Sakui from WRS Wealth Advisors.
With our combined 80 years of experience,
WRS Wealth Advisors are the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services.
or visit WRSwealth.com.
Go Raiders.
Go Dogs.
Go Cats. Go Dogs. Go Tigers.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
And welcome back to Giangelo's and Boardman, ladies and gentlemen, the South Range Raiders show on your sports network. I am joined by another South Range volleyball player at this time, junior Ella Krumbacher. I know you're nervous. Relax. Ella, I mean, you bring so much to the table. You were the energy for this whole team. When did you just kind of figure out that you're like the transmitter of all that energy that this team can bring?
Energy definitely helps us out there. So it's good to have energy because we really need it, and we play better when we have energy.
Your little boyfriend's clapping for you over there. I don't know if you saw him. The little Z-man's clapping for you. Between you and Cece, I don't know. He's got it made in the shade with ice cold lemonade. So getting back onto the floor, this has been a very special year for you. I mean, this team feels more like a family than one that I've ever seen before. How did that kind of come together?
No, definitely. We all play like loose and fun, and that definitely makes us closer together because we don't like worry about like if we make a mistake, we don't worry about if like another person's going to get mad or anything. We just play together, and that definitely brings us closer together.
So when you're talking about the close knit of this family and how close you are, what does it take? There's a lot of sacrifices that have to be made. There's a lot of egos that have to be put to the side to do that. For you, what are some of the challenges that you've asked the underclassmen and the upperclassmen to do to step up and make this a really, really, really special team?
Definitely like playing together is like really important, and like don't worry about it. Like if you make a mistake, it's definitely like you have to push past it for like to play good.
You've got two older brothers that one's still in high school with you, which is nice. And then the other one at Geneva, right? Yeah. When we talk about competitiveness, it doesn't go very far past the Crumbacher family. What's the most competition that you and your brothers have from a standpoint of I mean, is it food? Is it, success? What's the level of competition?
It's definitely high, especially having two brothers and I'm the only girl.
Yeah.
It's like high.
So what are the expectations for you from them? So like when you step on a lot, okay, explain.
So like they Luke always takes my charger, which is so annoying, and I get so mad because he never brings it back. So
your phone charger?
Yes. That's like the biggest thing. I get so mad.
Okay.
And then I don't know.
What does Brady do that drives you insane?
Brady, a lot of things.
Who is the cleanest? Like the room. Who if we went in the right now?
1,000% me. Brady, you cannot even see his floor.
Really?
It disgusts me. I can't even go in there. Luke, he just cleaned his room on Sunday, so his isn't that bad. But it gets bad too. But Brady, his room is really bad.
Brady's is bad. Okay. Well, they say a messy desk you're a genius. So we'll just go with that route. Yeah. Brady's a genius. I'll go with that. I'll back him up. So from your perspective, growing up the only girl in a house full of two boys, right? You and your mom, obviously. Yeah. What are some of the challenges that you face? What are some of the cool things that you have an opportunity to do because you're the only girl?
Definitely the challenges is they're always right. I'm never right. They always get their way too. Well, I get my way sometimes.
Wait a minute.
I get my way sometimes.
Okay.
But definitely the good part is knowing that they're always there for me and they have my backs no matter what.
And you guys, I mean, you talk about close knit of this volleyball team. This is the Crumbacher family is one of the closest knit that I've ever seen. Why is that so important to you?
Well, both my grandparents went to South Range, and then my parents went to South Range, and then we all kind of stayed together in the area. So we're definitely really close.
So when you put on that South Range uniform, what does it mean to you?
It means a lot to me, and yeah.
So a lot to you. What does a lot mean? I mean, what goes through your mind? And I know you're just a junior, so you've got a long time really before it's the last time you put it on. But do you ever think about what it represents for you and what South Range represents to the Crumbachers?
Yeah, I feel definitely it's important to know that play every time it's your last time putting on the jersey.
Yeah.
Just because you don't have forever.
What things do you want to accomplish in your junior year? Obviously, we're I think we're next week. You guys start a tournament. So what things do you want to accomplish before the tournament, during the tournament, and after the tournament, your junior year?
I hope it goes as far as we possibly can. We play United first, which I think should be a pretty good game, and then Middle Ridge next, which it should be pretty good. And then after the season, basketball and then club volleyball is what I play in the springtime. So I hope I do good with that.
If you're not on the floor, right, playing basketball or volleyball, where can we find Ella Crumbacher?
Probably taking a nap.
Taking a nap?
Yeah.
Big napper, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the best series on TV right now? Do you watch TV even? Do you have time?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
My favorite movie. Probably Cinderella.
Like the cartoon Cinderella?
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. What's one movie you would never watch again?
Never watch again. I don't know. That's hard. I like a lot of movies. Like any movie.
Okay. But there's no movies you're like, I will never. That was the waste of an hour and 30 minutes. I'll never watch that again.
Not really.
Because you're just such a positive person. That's why.
Yeah.
And that's why we love you.
Yeah.
From a standpoint of things you would never do. All right. Tell me yes or no and why. Okay. Would you ever go skydiving?
Yes, I want to go skydiving when I turn 18. Because I don't know. It's like when you're jumping off an airplane, like that would be so cool. Like it's a free feeling.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
I'll stay in the perfectly good airplane.
No, I would love to do that.
Tattoos.
Yes, if it's meaningful. Like it'd have to have a lot of meaning, and I'd have to put a lot of thought into it.
Okay. Do you write poetry?
No.
No poetry.
No.
Do you sing out loud?
When I'm with my friends, yes. But we have senior night tomorrow, and we got a microphone for senior night so we can sing in the locker room before.
What is the song that you're gonna sing?
I don't know. We listen to a lot of Rihanna.
Okay.
So like Umbrella, we listen to that song a lot.
You're in a karaoke contest.
Yeah.
And it's for I got the Ella. I get it. Coach Irons put it. You're in a karaoke contest for $1 million. You've got one song to sing for it. What is it?
What do you guys think?
Oh, you can't get them.
Umbrella. I'll say
Umbrella.
Umbrella. I know that word by word. We
Of
listen to it
course.
almost every day in practice.
Of course, we're going with Umbrella.
Yeah.
Ella, A. So if you have $1 million, right? You win the karaoke contest, you got $1 million. You get no change back. You can spend it on one thing. What are you spending it on? And you can't invest.
Ooh.
All these kids are smart and they're just talking about investments. That's no fun.
I'd probably want a shopping spree, if I'm being honest, and
Where?
buy everything. The mall, because there's all the stores in the mall. Are you asking like what store?
Yeah. Like what would you buy? One thing.
One thing. I can only buy one thing.
One thing. And you don't get any change back.
A Range Rover.
A Range Rover?
Yeah.
What's a Range Rover? Like maybe what, $80,000?
Yeah.
And you got $1 million. You get no change back.
I don't know what I would buy. Definitely, I love Range Rovers.
Your dad's gonna be like, "Are you insane?"
Well, maybe a house.
You can buy a Joe Dickey electric vehicle, and you'd be just fine with that.
No,
you'd be just fine with that.
We have one of those.
I
so
know
we're good. We're good.
Let's talk about mom and dad real quick. Okay. I mean, what do they mean to you?
They mean everything to me. They're my role models, and they are always there for me, and that's very important to me. I don't know. They just mean everything to me.
If you could take one piece out of your parents, and you have that, you got to keep that quality forever, what would it be from mom and dad?
Their kindness and how they're there for anyone, no matter what. Definitely.
I can definitely attest to that.
Yeah.
I can definitely attest to that. Ella Kronbacher, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back. Great job, by the way. We'll be back right after this on the South Range Raiders Show.
Now you can see every school, to the smallest school, to the intermediate schools, to the schools in the outlying areas. It gives you coverage that you could just never get to before. It's something that's great to experience, and it's opened up a whole new wave of sports viewership. The possibilities are endless here at YSN. Push the envelope every day. Try something new. If it works, great. If it doesn't, well, let's try another angle, and we just keep moving forward. My name is Mike Ackelson, and my sports network is your sports network.
What can you do on over 5,000 acres? At Mill Creek Metro Parks, you can discover unique habitats and wildlife, create memorable family moments, experience history, heritage, and park programs, explore scenic landscapes, take time to relax and be well, connect with nature and each other. Come see what's new at Mill Creek Metro Parks. Plan your trip now at millcreekmetroparks.org.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means taking care of our local customers.
And it's just a great feeling to put them in a vehicle and get them all excited about a new vehicle.
At the end of the day, our goal is to be someone our customers can count on.
And every day I'll go the extra mile for the community so they can trust us.
To do anything that would convenience the customer or make them feel more at home.
Realizing, number one, that we're here for them and that we're not going to go away.
That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the South Range Raiders Show. DJ Yokley with you. We've already had 2 volleyball players. We've had Anna Toy, Ella Krumbacher, and this young lady, junior on the volleyball team, very special to yours truly. I've known her a long time from a galaxy far, far, well, not that far away. Ladies and gentlemen, Cece Foster. Cece, congratulations. Welcome, finally.
Thank you.
So let's talk through things. Now, obviously, this is your second year here at South Range.
Yes.
Talk about the excitement from going from a school that you grew up with to a school that Dad worked at, you knew a lot about, but you had to kind of, uproot yourself and create new friends and a new atmosphere. What was that like for you?
Well, I've always grew up around South Range, and I really liked it, and I've liked the atmosphere and the environment. And so whenever I got the chance to transfer, I took it. And I don't know, I felt like when I first started going to like open gyms and stuff over the summer, like I really fit in and just everyone was so welcoming and I really liked it here. So, and then everything has just went pretty smooth since then. So I like it here.
One of the things that I admire about you most is the fact that you embrace all challenges. And I've seen those times where you're frustrated. I've seen those times where you just want to cry. You just want to put your head in the sand and say, that's it. But you always kind of motor through.
Yeah.
Why is that so important to you, and who taught you that trait?
I think definitely my dad taught me that a lot. He teaches me to always push through things and never give up. I mean, I feel like that's always something that I've known and I go by, just to never give up, even when things are hard. So,
people might not know this, but you kind of grew up on the farm. So from that standpoint, so the farm life is one of Cece Foster. What is your favorite part of growing up on the farm?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. There's
cleaning up after the donkeys, right?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of memories from the farm. I feel like one of the things, even though I hate baling hay, but like whenever me and my cousins would get together and we would just bale hay, I mean, it was kind of fun sometimes being able to do that with all them.
It's funny you mentioned your cousins because I know they're very important to you. I mean, it's almost like a second set of brothers and sisters from that. Why do you think you guys and in your family, you're so close? And why is that so important to you?
Even though like most of my cousins are older than me, and I don't know, I feel like we're all just very, very close, and we all have like a really tight family, and they're all so supportive, which is, I think, the main thing. They're all like supportive in everything I do, and we just really have a fun time together.
One of the coolest things that I think we've learned together is there is a different expectation at South Range, right? So going into that, there's an expectation. Like, you're not going to be given anything. You have to earn everything. For you, I know it's been a challenge. For me, it's been a challenge. For everybody that comes into this community that transfers or even is in the community to begin with, it's a challenge. How do you embrace that constantly? Because you do such a good job of it.
I think I really embrace it because there's not like I didn't come here, transfer here, and just be given a spot. I had to earn all my spots. I had to go through everything and practice hard to earn everything that I've earned. So I wasn't just given anything.
I think one of the coolest things too is you didn't come here just to play a sport.
Yeah. You
came here for the education. You came here for the culture. You came here for a lot of the different things that South Range offers. When you go back and you think about your transition, how have you grown in the last 2 years that maybe you didn't realize you would, and then you kind of shocked yourself?
I think definitely I've gone through a lot of more hard things. Like I feel like at East Palestine, it was kind of just like easy sailing. Like I just like went through and everything. But like here, I definitely go through a lot more challenges, and it like teaches me as a person. Like I have to learn how to overcome these and get over them.
So one of the things that I wanted to talk about briefly was your family, our family. We both experienced some challenges last February.
Yes.
Your family literally uprooted from their home, right? How has the South Range community rallied around you and your family after what you had to go through? And now you live like a football's throw away from the school. How has the South Range family really understood what you're going through without having to go through it, but wrapping their arms around you and say, hey, we're here for you?
Everyone was just so helpful whenever it happened. I mean, so many people offered us things, offered us places to stay, asked us if we needed anything. Like so many families, and everyone was just so helpful with it, especially the Krumbacher. I lived at their house for a little bit when it all happened. So they were just all very helpful, and I really appreciate that.
When you look at what this community will ultimately mean to you, I know you're a junior, you got a long time before you graduate, or it feels like it. It'll be here before we know it.
Yeah.
What is it about this that you feel like you made the right decision for you?
I feel like at South Range, everyone, it just feels like a family, like one big family. Everyone feels so close, and it's just so nice here. Everyone just is so supportive of each other, and it just feels really good.
I mean, we talk about those cousins. Your aunt's here. It's awesome to see her. You have such a great kind of people have your back, right? It's such a great support system. We can talk about mom, and we can certainly talk about dad. We've talked to dad, about dad, with dad, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But let's talk about them on the true side. Not trying to be facetious from my standpoint, and just joke around with your dad. Your mom, your dad, they mean the world to you.
Yes.
Why is that?
They are just always there for me. They always show me so much love, and they just always are so supportive for me. Anything that I do, even when I make mistakes, they're just there and they help me out all the time. So.
Leads me to my next question, Sophia.
Yeah.
What is it about Sophia having that sister relationship? And it's cool because kind of when I came into your life through football and the coaches' corners, things of that nature, you and your sister were kind of like this.
Yeah.
And now you're like this. Talk to me about how that relationship kind of blossomed through the last year and a half.
Well, I think it really started to blossom whenever it was my freshman year and her senior year, and we got to play volleyball together. That was really fun for me, and especially for her too, getting to spend her senior year with me. And it was just, we had the same friend group those years. Like we went, and then whenever she graduated after I transferred, it was kind of just like she helped me through everything. She helped me get through like getting new friends and everything like that. So she's just always been there for me, and we've just gotten really close over the past few years.
What's your favorite part of that relationship? I can tell you it's the Dunkin' runs for sure. At like midnight.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm still at your house at midnight. I can't imagine why.
I don't know.
But at least I made it into your house.
Yeah.
For a long time, your mom wouldn't let me come in like outside the porch.
Yes.
It was just like, you're out.
Yeah.
No way. From a standpoint of what you want to do, your career, what your expectations are for yourself, what do you want to do?
I want to be a nurse anesthetist. That's just something that really, like, I don't know. I feel like that would be really fun to do, and especially the money.
Yeah. Is there like a nurse anesthetist going around at South Range saying, hey, look, you could be a nurse with a bag of cash and saying, look what you can bring home?
No,
That's like the third time here at South Range somebody said that.
I've looked into it a lot, and it just seems like something I would enjoy. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you have to do to become a nurse anesthetist?
Well, you would have to get your bachelor's degree in science and nursing.
Okay.
And then you would have to go through like 2 years of like training or whatever. And then you would have to go to like another school for like nurse anesthetist.
That's a lot of school.
Yeah, it would be around like 8 years.
Oh my gosh, that's 8
yeah.
years too many for this guy.
Yeah.
Cece, when you think about what you want to become and who you want to become for the rest of your life, tough question. What do you want people to remember you for?
Oh goodness. I would want people to remember me for, oh boy, Probably like my kindness. I don't know. Or being like supportive or being there for everyone. I don't know.
That's 3 good ones.
Like, yeah. Like, I just want to be like someone that everyone like can come to if they need anything, or if they need help, like, and if a tough like situation comes up, like, I just want to be there for everyone.
Kindness, supportive, and being there for everyone.
Yep.
That is you in one burrito right
Yep.
there. Cece, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cece Foster. Back after this on your sports network.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
Change. This one word can make you break out in a cold sweat. But with change comes wisdom, experience, and understanding. At Myers Family Insurance, we can help make changes in Medicare, insurance, and retirement a positive experience for you and your family. We've gone through changes, like our new office and new faces to help our family of clients too.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance. Check us out online at MyersFamilyINS.com or find us on Facebook.
Your culinary adventure awaits at Legends Food and Drink. Experience a welcoming ambiance while you explore our appetizing menu featuring over 20 meals under $20 and over 30 lunches for $12 or less. Our private dining room seat between 10 and 20 at no additional cost. And don't forget our spacious 35-seat bar for your favorite sporting event. Book your special occasion in our elegant banquet room that seats up to 150 comfortably. Legends.
Hi, this is Zell Bush.
Hi, this is Tom Clint. Hi, this is Steve Rossetto.
Hi, this is Ryan Miller.
Hi, this is Rich Sakui from WRS Wealth Advisors.
With our combined 80 years of experience,
WRS Wealth Advisors are the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services.
or visit WRSwealth.com. Go Raiders. Go Dogs.
Go Cats. Go Dogs. Go Tigers!
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting, where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education, and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
Nestled here in the beauty and splendor of Mill Creek Metro Parks are two of America's best golf courses, as selected by Golf Week magazine. Ranked number 9 in Ohio by TripAdvisor. Come play like a pro on these award-winning Donald Ross-designed courses. Enjoy a round with your kids and unwind with your favorite food and drinks in the grill room. For championship golf, look no further than your backyard. Mill Creek Golf Course.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Giangelo's here in Boardman, the official home of YSN and the South Range Raiders show. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the head football coach, Mr. David Rock. Quite the ovation, sir.
Yeah, I don't deserve it.
You do deserve it. A big win over Niles on the road, the last away game, I should say, of the season until the playoffs, hopefully for the next 4 weeks, right? Yeah, that's an environment that people don't realize. That is an intimidating environment, and Niles can bring a lot of fans. They did on Friday, but you guys came out swinging, my friend. Talk about that game plan going into the game and the execution of it.
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to Coach Mancuso and some of the coaches in pregame, and I said, I think I'm maybe 2-6 as a player and as a coach over at Niles. So tough place to play, but I was really proud of the effort that our kids gave. I thought we started really fast, and it was nice that I think a lot of things that we've been working on in practice and really trying to focus on kind of came to fruition. And I thought our kids did a really good job executing at a high level. And I think to some degree, they realized like they could see some of the finish line. I think they understood that, with a win, we were guaranteed a share of the NE8. And that was something that, early on in the season, we talked a lot about, wanting to get there. So just really proud of the kids, the way they executed, under a lot of pressure in a tough environment.
And I think for the first time in forever, maybe since you played, there was a 100-yard rusher in Antoine Gardner. He's going to get his. I think that's what you have to understand. And you did. He's going to get his, but you have to be able to limit what everybody else gets. 2 touchdowns from the young man. He is a legit running back, and he's very, very good. How did you contain him to what he had as opposed to what he potentially could have had against you?
Yeah, no, I mean, he's a great player, and we've seen him now, I think, 3 times. He's carrying the ball as a young guy there, and every year you come away more and more impressed. I remember him as a freshman, and us watching him on film and saying, wow, this guy's, already really good. So he's only gotten better. But I think Coach Mancuso had a great plan, and it was kind of to keep it simple, and I thought our kids did a great job of executing at a high level, and our kids did a great job of getting on the same page with Coach Mancuso and kind of figuring out, what he wanted. And they did a great job, I thought, of playing team defense, which, again, anytime you play a back like him, you have to defend him with 11 guys. It takes corners and safeties and the D-line and just a high level of discipline and gap integrity, and they did a great job of kind of keeping him balled up as much as possible. Again, like you said, he's a great player. He's going to get his.
So we get into the second half. You guys have, a running clock going, and the one thing that I noticed was the penalties started to stack up a little bit. From your perspective as the CEO of the South Range Raider football team, when you're starting to see those penalties rack up, how do you kind of slow it down? How do you kind of back things up? Do you take a time out there and let the kids take a breath? What do you do to kind of identify that as this could potentially be a problem?
You know what? I think, and this has been an ongoing thing for us. If you look at our stats over the past couple of weeks and we pay attention to how much we're penalized and what kind of penalties they are. To me, there's kind of 2 categories of penalties. You have aggressive penalties, then you have, kind of foolish penalties.
Yeah.
And the majority of our penalty yards have been aggressive penalties, which I can kind of live with.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything dirty or cheap about the way our kids play. I think when you're playing really hard, you have to kind of take the good with the bad in terms of some of that stuff. But, I think a lot of times, it's just about, talking to the kids and telling them we got to maintain our poise a little bit better. And I think a lot of it, too, is just situationally. Sometimes, we maybe put ourselves in situations where, I don't know, officials are more likely to make calls. So I think that's part of it. But, again, I don't know that we have a discipline problem. I don't think we do.
No.
But I do think that there's times where we need to be cleaner. And, at the end of the day, if you're getting penalized for 135 yards, we need to correct that. And we're working hard on that.
How difficult is it to make sure those penalties don't take the wind out of your sails? Because, it's easier said than done, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think, a lot of these penalties, we joke around about Dylan Semesco. I think he's had 4 touchdowns called back on holdings or clippings or, whatever else throughout the course of the year. So, I think our kids are a really resilient group. And I'd like to tell you that, the way we practice or us as coaches have something to do with that. The truth is, I think they come from tough backgrounds and tough families. So I think our kids are really good about just bouncing back and playing the next play. And it's something that we've talked about a lot about just in terms of, we've got to get, good or bad, line up, play the next play. So, I'm really proud of how our kids do that.
Interesting week this week, week 9, typically the week that you would play Jefferson. Not the case this year. They're out of the NE8. Insert Louisville. They're having a tough year. Is it tough to keep focused on a team not in conference play this late in the season?
I don't think so. Last time we went over to Louisville, I guess it would have been maybe 2018 season.
Yes.
2018 season. And I'll tell you what, I think our kids were kind of, taken aback by seeing them come out of the tunnel thinking, holy cow, this is a different animal. So our kids have a ton of respect for that program. And again, I think it's easy to say, well, their record is A, B, and C. But, when you look at their schedule, I don't know how many teams in our area wouldn't be struggling to be having the same results against that schedule. I mean, it's a Fed team every week. Their non-league schedule is absolutely brutal. And, I don't think their record is any indication of what kind of football team they are. So our kids understand the challenge that we have this week. And I think, in addition to that, our guys understand, whatever our long-term goals are, the days in between now and then are counting down, and you only get so many of them. So we're trying to get better every week.
Looking back at the Niles game, there was a lot of progress. We saw a lot through the passing game. Brady Crumbacher had a whale of a game on all three phases. Tristan obviously was connecting. Gavin was hitting. You guys seem to be getting strong. And I think I asked you this question last week, but I have to ask you again. To you as a coach, usually these kids are kind of petering out at this point in the year because they see the finish line. The finish line to you isn't week 10. The finish line to you is week 16. Is it easier for you, I guess understanding that they know what it takes to win a state championship? This coaching staff, this player roster knows what it takes to win a state championship, and you're built for the long haul. Is it easy for you now to go look there and be like, hey, guys, we're only halfway through the season?
I don't know. I think if you go back to last year, what got us to the state championship was, I think, just a byproduct of us working really hard, every day at practice and just taking it as far as we could. And, I think our kids have kind of adopted that same, mantra in terms of, we're going to show up and we're going to work as hard as we can. And, we know at some point, the road ends, whether it's good or bad. At some point you played the last game and those days are counting down, and we're doing the best we can in terms of trying to see how good we can get as a football team. And, I think our kids are motivated by that and driven by that and work really hard and take it seriously. We're trying to be the best team we can be wherever that takes us. And part of that is just, working our tails off every day and seeing what happens.
It's senior superlative time for your question this week. When you were a high school senior, David Rock was most likely to blank.
You know what? I'm not proud of this, but I was voted the biggest brown noser.
Really?
Yeah, which I don't understand that, but I was the biggest brown noser.
You want me to explain what a brown noser is?
I get it.
Okay.
But I was also the most spirited, which I think I earned that one, honestly.
I think you got that one,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Nobody's got more South Range spirit than you. David Rock, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
We'll be back with JPJ when we come back on the YSN South Range Raider Show.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens.
Live here outside the Mahoney County.
On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update. Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
From on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means we want to take care of the community that takes care of us too.
And we have to work together always. And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
You know, I love being a helper because when I help somebody, it makes me feel good.
It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
So I will do everything I can and just being there for them every step of the way.
I want them to know within the first 5 minutes that they could depend on me. That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Before the lights come on, before the workday begins, before a long day is ended, or it's time to have fun. It all starts with the people at Joe Dickey Electric. From replacing a light fixture in your home to building a substation for your business, no job is too big or too small. The people of Joe Dickey Electric power them all. Joe Dickey Electric, over 60 years of powering the Mahoning Valley.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Giangelo's here for the South Range Raiders show each and every Tuesday through the football season. You can join us here 7 p.m. sharp. Come and eat. Listen, I had the best pizza. I thought it was the old school. What is it? Old World, something like that. Old World pepperoni pizza was good. And what's it called now? The big, so big, whatever. It was so good. I can tell you that. It was phenomenal. Thanks to the staff here at Giangelo's who did a phenomenal job through 9 weeks. And hopefully, 8 more, right? That'll take us to 17, which means we're a championship team, right?
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time I want to introduce my good friend, the most stylish human being I know, the most popular man I know, JPJ, Jimmy Powell Jr. That's an ovation, my friend. That's an ovation. So let me tell you why. Not only you're back on here, because you earned every spot here on YSN for the rest of the time, not from your one last year, but you, my friend, have picked up the headset and you have done games on YSN.
Right.
Walk me through that. Where do you get your confidence from to just pick up a headset and go?
I don't know. I don't really get embarrassed easily, I would say. Like, I'm pretty comfortable in a lot of situations. So, plus, like, hanging around with Chris and stuff is,
it's easy to do.
Right.
He makes things easy.
Right.
From your perspective, you are perhaps one of the most well-liked human beings I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, thank you.
What is it about your personality that makes you so attractive to people of all makes and models and all cultures?
I would say that I'm a fun-loving guy. So I really just like to, whenever I'm somewhere, like, just make it fun.
You always do. I mean, we were doing, we hear the aw.
Yeah.
We're making the hype video, and you kind of took control. You made sure it was nice and loose. Who, like, was it somebody in your family that taught you to just kind of like be a leader, but be like the only person I can compare you to is really old. I don't even know if you're Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. That's who you remind me of. You don't know who that is, probably.
No, I don't know who that is.
But that's 100% who you remind me of. Like you're like cool, but everybody wants to follow you, but like nobody can be JPJ. From that perspective, like who are you, Jimmy? Like how do you become Jimmy Powell Jr.?
This is a pretty easy question to answer. I'm gonna have to shout out my mom.
There it is.
Yeah. So
shout out mom always.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun. She's fun loving it.
What's the coolest thing about your mom?
I mean, I don't know. I can't just pick one thing. I mean,
what are some cool things about your mom? She must be like you. I mean, you've got 900 cool things going on. You're like the cool guy.
She was quite the athlete in high school.
Oh yeah,
from what I hear.
What sport?
What? She was a hooper for sure. Volleyball. Yeah. So and powder puff. She says she claims 2-time MVP.
Oh, she's holding up like trophies back there.
Yeah.
She's like,
yeah.
Don't forget about this one. 2 times.
Right.
I mean, from your perspective, you're a natural leader. You don't even have to be on the field to be a leader. What is that like, and how do you accomplish that from where you sit, like in the catbird seat?
I take a lot of pride in it. When I'm walking through the halls and I see someone younger that might look up to me, I'm always making sure, like, say hi, like ask, maybe you go to the game Friday, something like that. Like, just take pride, and I take pride in being the leader and just loving the community.
What impresses you most about this team this year?
I would say how we really all came together, because at the beginning of the season, I don't know. I think a lot of people had doubt in our ability to come together and rebuild, and I think that we exceeded a lot of expectations.
I remember that. I mean, you kind of had a chip on your shoulder the last time we talked before the season. You said nobody believes we can do this. Do you think people believe now?
If they don't, they should. So I think they should believe. Yeah.
You have never to this point not been an NE8 champion. Have you kind of put that in perspective?
I actually was thinking about that the other day. Like, not even me, but the class above me too. It's a winning tradition that we're going to keep carrying on.
For you guys to keep winning, right? There's an expectation that comes with that. Do you ever feel pressure, or like when you feel pressure, what do you do to kind of alleviate it?
I don't know. I mean, that's what's expected of us. So I guess just the pressure. There's not that much pressure to perform every week, just because I know that we will.
Okay, so when you're rolling around school with your cool jean jacket, probably, and sunglasses,
My Letterman's, yeah.
your Letterman jacket, like on low, like, so like, do kids come? I mean, I know Z wants to be like you when he gets older. He's come out and said it. Yeah, he's like half asleep. So, to be looked up to. I mean, there's a lot of pressures with that. To make good decisions, to make consciously good decisions at all times, you have to be aware, like, of multiple facets of who you are and what who people are watching and why they're watching you. Does that ever get tiresome or I don't know, tough?
I mean, I know someone's always watching, and that I always kind of have to do the right thing, of course, because I want to do the right thing and I need to do the right thing. But I'd say my thought in me that it's important to do the right thing. So,
who are some of the leaders that you look up to that aren't your parents? You're smiling, so it's going to be a good one.
Someone I look up to a lot is my cousin Parker.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. So he, I don't know. He's just like one of my best friends, and I always see him doing the right thing, and he's a likable person too. He's just easy to, just talk to and just conversate with, stuff like that.
What does Parker do that you sit there and you go, man, that's I want to be like that?
Well, he played college football at Cal U of PA.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I like that about him, and he actually just had a baby, so I mean, he's cool. He's a family guy now too. So,
yay! Congratulations, Parker.
Yeah.
Shout out the baby. Come on, man.
Right, my guy Lang.
Okay.
Yeah, me and him. I think he'll be a big skill type. Maybe I can work him on some quarterback drills. Maybe.
There you go. For you and this is the thing I think I admire most about you is you're not a guy that sits there with a scowl on your face, waiting for your moment. You're there cheering on Tristan, cheering on all your teammates, no matter what it is, because you're so proud of being part of this team and being kind of a piece of the fabric that makes this team what it is. How did you learn that? How did you learn that selflessness that it takes to be a championship caliber team?
I would say it's kind of started since freshman year. I mean, and especially this summer, the quarterback battle between me and Tristan, it's just every practice we were making each other better by competing with each other. So, but seeing him score a touchdown, it's a part, like, it's a team. Like, it's just really exciting to see.
All right. So when you graduate after next year, right? Junior. So what do you want to do?
I don't know. I like math and science a lot. So maybe something like that. But at the end of the day, I just want to do something that makes me happy.
And what makes you happy? Like, what things right now, like, you're going to have a good day because you have X, Y, and Z in your life?
Football, for sure. I would like to come coach football somewhere, maybe stay in South Range.
I know a guy. You need me to hook you up?
Right. I
know a couple of them.
Yeah.
They'll be all right. You'd be fun to have in the coaching room. You'd be a lot of fun to have.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, our coaches are great. They're always cracking jokes with it.
What kind of coach do you want to be? You want to be offensive coordinator? I mean, I know you love offense. I know that's like your main thing. But can you see yourself being a head coach someday? High school, college, pro?
I mean, potentially, yeah. See where it goes.
What do you think are the toughest challenges of being a coach?
I don't know. I would just say that it's kind of every day, even coaches are learning something new every day. It's just kind of having to stay like aware and be understanding of really what's going on.
All right, we're going to go a little future forecast on you. So, you know what a senior superlative is? Most likely to Jimmy Powell Jr., JPJ, is most likely to
in 8th grade. We did it for 8th grade, and it was most likely to be a talk show host. So,
and you're halfway there.
Right,
you want to? We'll switch at the end of the year. We'll switch. You can be the talk show host. Deal?
That would be fun. Yeah,
you got it, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, JPJ. That is going to bring up the end of our show tonight. Thank you to everybody that's been a part of it. Thanks to JPJ and the whole crew, the volleyball team, Coach Rock, and everybody watching out there. Can't do it without you. Thanks to Giangelo's, to Frank and Lynn and the whole crew taking care of us each and every week. Until next time, it has been my pleasure. DJ Yoakley, we'll see you next Tuesday right here on the South Range Raiders show.